Uh-oh. So my boy actually sent this to me. And as it appears, Marvel is canceling all their projects with their black actors. With their black characters. I don't know if it's as simple as that, but I'll talk to you about it. So, my boy sent this to me the other night, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, I hadn't noticed. So then I was scrolling today on Instagram, and I'm starting to see stuff, and I'm like, oh, people really have a problem with this. So let's go through this list real quick, all right? Now, starting with Blade, the majority of the fans wanted Wesley Snipes back. If you brought back Hugh Jackman, you can bring back Wesley Snipes. However, I was ready to give Mahershala Ali a chance. The longer, things went, and I was like, thinking about it, I was like, he might actually make a really good Blade. I'll give the guy a shot. You never know. Well, it was announced when? 2019, 2020 or whatever. So here we are today, and they still haven't done it. And the rumor was Marvel had to check their Disney boxes, and they wanted to make it all about Blade's daughter taking over. And the word was he wasn't down with it. So every script that they came up with was some form or fashion, or some pandering, and making it not about Blade. So they never could come to the, they couldn't agree on nothing, and they couldn't get it done. So you got that with Mr. Ali here. So he says he's done. He's found other things to do. And we all know it's not hard to make a Blade movie. Okay? It's not hard with the whole premise of this man going around with his sword. He's half vampire, half human, and he's killing vampires. I hear Feige didn't want it to be about that. Well, that's his mistake as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Now, that's why that one didn't get done. Kang Dynasty. Now, Kang, he got himself in trouble. Okay? Half the black community was on him about that. You know what I'm saying? Messing with that girl. So, he got himself in trouble. They were actually going to go forward with him, and they liked his portrayal of Kang so much that they wanted to, move things forward and do something based around him. But he got in trouble. So, so far I can't really call this I think people are moving toward it's a race thing. I don't know if it's a race thing. Okay? Next. Wonder Man. Now, listen. Disney has a checklist that is very similar to what has some similarities to the Oscars list. If you want to get if you want to get an Oscar or Oscars, you have to do a TV show or movie that is full of DEI, modern audience, woke, whatever you call it. That's what you have to do. Christopher Nolan just did it, so he could win some more awards, okay? This is his first woke movie, and I told y'all I didn't know whether it would fail or not. I said it could, but maybe not. It's his first woke movie. If he continues down that path, I think he's going to have the same problems that everyone else that continued down the path of the woke side. He's going to have his issues. But anyway, going back to this. Their list has similarities to the Oscars list. People had an issue with this series because they switched the race of the character. Now look, I've talked to I could cough coat hangers about this. Okay? The fandom as a whole has stopped paying these companies for entertainment like that. They're sick and tired of being pandered to. They're tired of being gay baited. All the different ethnicities out there are tired of you pandering to them because they feel as though you're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You're changing and twisting the characters from the character that they really were. And if the main character is a particular race, what they'll do is they'll find an alternate version, something from a couple of issues or whatever, and they'll change them up and they'll say, well, this is it. And the people are just exhausted with it. To the point where this was the first Marvel show that I haven't watched. I was just tired. By the time they said that they casted him, I was just like, of course, same old crap. I'm just tired. I'm not watching it. Okay? So, I don't know how the ratings were for that. I was seeing things, basically, most things that I saw said it was anywhere from meh to passable. Like some people were like, oh, actually it wasn't too bad. Some people were saying that. But it was anywhere from meh to that. And on top of, if I know that if I'm not watching something, if I chose not to because I'm tired, I know millions of other fans feel the same way. There are millions that don't, but they don't show up enough at all. At all. This mythical modern audience doesn't show up. That's the reason why these companies are losing billions and billions and billions or millions, depending who they are, per year. Because people are tired of it. They're tired of everything under that DEI umbrella. They're tired of it. You change their races, you change their gender, you change their sexuality, change all this stuff up, and then it's not the character anymore. Talk to Snow White. You know what I mean? So, I don't know why they canceled it, because I wasn't following anything about it. So I don't know. Now, Armor Wars. I was actually looking forward to that. I like Rhodey. Okay? So out of all these, okay, I like Rhodey. I like Kang. I really was liking Kang. They made him look so weak in Ant-Man, 3? It's terrible. Terrible what they did to him. They couldn't even do nothing for Mr. Ali here. So with Rhodey, I was waiting for this. I was like, okay. Ain't do nothing with it. I forgot, didn't they say they were kind of roll it into something else or kind of roll his story into another movie? I forgot what I could have swore they were going to do a show. Then they changed it to it's going to be a movie. And now they ain't doing nothing. So, I can't sit here and say, oh, it's a race thing why they're not doing it. You know, I really, my whole thing is, I went through the reasons. Okay. They couldn't come to agreement on a script for Mr. Ali. One brother got in trouble. Okay. I'm thinking Wonder Man didn't hit the numbers that they wanted it to. And I don't know with Rhodey, because Rhodey, people like Rhodey. People like War Machine. I don't know why they didn't go forward with him. And he's originally black. So I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. You know, with Kang, people try, he's purple. He's not. He's in that damn spacesuit. He's Reed Richards. He's related to Reed Richards. You can see his phenotype through the mask. It's white man in there, okay? But people let it go because of how well he played the character. People liked how well Jonathan Majors played the character. They liked his performance as an actor. So they let that go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, so 2 of the characters were changed. And 2 of the characters are original black characters. So, you know. So what we got here? We got couldn't agree, got in trouble. 3rd, probably not enough views. Not enough views, streaming views. And who knows what the hell happened with Rhodey. Post the comments down below and let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's a race thing, or do you think this is kind of like just where the chips fell? I'm thinking it's kind of that. They brought out Captain America: Brave New World. Even though that one was almost like Blade, to where they kept reshooting and 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 reshooting. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was all right with that when that came out, but I haven't watched it again since. What I did watch is I pulled up the fight with the Hulk at the end. After it finally came out streaming on Disney Plus, that's what I did. So, y'all let me know. Is y'all big mad about this? Is you not? Are you kind of like, it's kind of the way things fell with this. I'm thinking it's kind of the way the chips fell with different situations here. I don't see it just, if it was all out of the blue, it was just like, yeah, we're going to cancel all these. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute. But at the end of the day, I think that's what it is, where the chips fell. And moving forward, stop pandering. They know that. They know that. Feige says, oh, well, going forward, we're just focusing on quality. You're right. Y'all probably burnt so much money pandering and DEI and woken everything up. You lost so much damn money. That's why we're getting one Marvel movie a year. It ain't nothing about the quality. It was your badass storytelling and woken anything up. If it was great stories, you'd have been fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not the quality of the movie. It was the quality of your storytelling. Horrible. All political. You got too political. That was the problem. And that's why you are where you are. Everything woke turns to shit. 10 million subscribers. Woo!